everybody, welcome to Ticket Stubs and Popcorn. I'm Peter.
And I'm Frank. How you doing, everybody?
Today's actor is Michael Keaton.
Which is great because I have a question relevant to Michael Keaton.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is your favorite Batmobile?
Oh.
I know we've done your favorite car, blah, blah, blah. What's
Yeah,
your
we
favorite
have done that.
Batmobile?
Okay, favorite Batmobile.
So think
Specifically,
about
favorite
that.
Batmobile.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So,
All right, very good.
Michael Keaton.
Michael
you want to go
Keaton.
first? Want me to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, go ahead.
I was excited when his name came out of the bucket.
Yeah.
Only because we've filled that bucket with people who we feel need to be talked about and discussed. But I sometimes forget who's in there.
Oh, God, yeah. There's so many.
When he came out, I was like, oh my goodness, I forgot.
Yeah.
We haven't done him yet. And here
Folks,
he comes.
we have filled this bucket up with so many people, right? And we're approaching our 100th show. And there's
100th.
still like, shake up the bucket, show them
Oh, yeah.
still in the bucket. There's still like a
There's-
ton.
I-
There's still
yeah.
a bunch in the bucket.
I think you can hear it.
That was a one heck of a drunken night, just writing
Yeah.
names on a thing. So, anyway, so Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. All righty. Great. He's had an interesting career, been with us for a while. For different reasons, maybe. He's kind of been forgotten and come back and then this and that. But he's still active, still out there, still making movies. And it's always enjoyable when he's in a movie. I'm going to start off with I'm going to go right into it because the question was about the Batmobile. I am going with, I'm going to call it the first Batman movie. I know that there were serials down in the 40s.
We all know. The 1989
You got it.
Batman movie that Michael Keaton was in. So we could discount the others mainly because he wasn't in that.
That's right. This one is it's a very good movie. I think it really holds up still.
Definitely does.
And
I've watched it within the last year. It does.
Yeah. It's really good because I think we can both remember the lead up to this movie.
Oh, nobody thought this was a good idea.
Yeah, and just that was discussed for a while, and then after a while you'd be driving and you'd see that billboard with just the bat signal on it, nothing else, just the bat signal, and you're like, oh my goodness, I guess this is happening.
Yeah, but no one was happy about Michael Keaton.
No, not at all. The movie is definitely got some humor, a little tongue-in-cheek, but not full-on camp like the TV show from the 60s. And a wonderful Joker with Jack Nicholson. How is Michael Keaton going to stand up to this? Very well.
I think he totally
very
does.
well.
Yeah, most definitely.
I think he's very good in this, and he's very good in anytime you're playing Batman, it's really a dual role. You're playing, Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he's
Batman.
a great Bruce Wayne.
He is. He's very good. He's not smarmy. He's still got the money, but he's not. He's still trying to. He's still trying to like get the women. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's still like he plays it, like a little kind of awkwardish.
Yes.
A little bit.
He's kind of uncomfortable by his wealth. Sometimes with certain crowds.
Right. He's not. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Which is different than like the way Bale plays it,
Yep.
or the way or Clooney was terrible, so we won't even talk about him. Ben Affleck, I think, is a good Bruce Wayne.
I think so too.
So, but
Michael Keaton
is good.
Wonderful. He's able to, and as Batman, he's able to not just hold his own against the Joker. He threatens the Joker. There are times where you could tell the Joker would love to just run right over him, just roll over him, and he gets knocked back. He's got to come back. Got to knock back again. He's always trying to up the ante against Batman, and it's wonderful. I don't know what I expected before the movie. I tried to keep an open mind about it.
Oh, I remember thinking.
I was pleasantly surprised. Well, more than surprised.
I
was
remember
thrilled
thinking,
by it.
really? Mr. Mom is gonna be Batman?
Right, because going in,
not
that's
sure.
kind of what his pedigree was.
And you can imagine if the internet back then was the way it is now. Oh my God, it would have been terrible for him.
It also just would have been dead before it ever came out. And
I don't know. I think it still would have happened.
No, it still would have happened, but what I mean is the press would have been even that much more negative.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would have.
Well, no, so I think it's just people, because people on the internet suck.
Oh, there.
So
they savage.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. So.
So anyway, Batman
Okay.
for one of Michael Keaton's performances, and I'll go into what might be a logical successor, but this movie I think is his best performance, Birdman.
Okay.
Or The Unexpected Virtue of Innocence, maybe. I
He's-
could be wrong on that.
Birdman, I think is.
We'll just stick with
call it
Birdman. And it shows the behind the scenes of a play that the Michael Keaton character really wants to do, so he can finally shed his Birdman, which is essentially the superhero persona that has dogged his career, and he's going to write, produce, direct this play, and this is going to hopefully get people to see, more than just Birdman.
Yeah.
And it is wonderful.
Yeah.
He gets this.
He's great in it.
His
He really
persona,
is.
the Birdman persona, talks to him, drives him down, wants to say, don't forget about the Birdman character.
Right.
You
Yeah.
are defined by this Birdman character.
This is also one of mine.
And this is how people are gonna remember you. Don't feel ashamed. You don't need to change.
Yeah.
Stay this course. Forget about the and then there's the whole other stuff as a father. He's got an ex-wife, so he still deals with that. He's trying to deal with the daughter, trying to get a relationship or to improve the relationship there. And he's also still trying to perform, not just perform, but direct this play. And things are happening behind the scenes of the play. Somebody gets hurt, they have to replace, and then they bring in this method actor, wonderfully played by Edward Norton. There's just a lot of good stuff. And what's funny is the Birdman persona is like keeping him down. And so we are left to decide for ourselves the ending. And does he rise above it? Literally, figuratively, however we want.
What do you think happens at the end?
I think he actually can levitate, and he is flying. He is floating up. I think he's overcome his stuff, and there it is. Yeah.
I think he kills himself.
Okay.
So, spoiler.
I don't only because
that's cool.
Emma Stone is like looking up and smiling.
I know.
That's the only
I
thing.
know. That's that, but I don't know. It's
anyway,
multiple
but
interpretations.
Wonderful, and as it's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we're supposed to go.
Oh,
no,
this is what happened.
This is what happened, and this is why I wrote it this way.
Right.
No, it's open for interpretation. So I love that movie, Birdman, and the cinematography, the way it's made to look like it's one big shot, one long tracking, and the whole bit. But so that was the second one, and earlier he definitely would find himself in comedies, which is why the whole casting of Batman made people. And one of those earlier comedies, Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
And maybe at that point you could have had, Robin Williams, maybe Jim Carrey, but they're different. There's
Jim
something
Carrey
about
was
it.
also like not quite Jim Carrey yet.
Right, exactly.
Robin Williams, I think.
Yeah, but it still would have been different.
Yeah.
So there's a certain way that Michael Keaton plays Beetlejuice. It's fun, but still a little scary.
Yeah, and a little bit scary.
There is something there that keeps it dark sometimes.
Yeah, and you see that he does it. It turns on that little bit of he can be creepy in certain
creepy
things.
and a little crazy.
Yeah, like when he's in the Spider-Man movie, and it's just and when you find out that like, oh my God, he's like the father of the girl that he digs, and it's like, oh my God, and it's like scary. And then they realize who each other are, and it's just like, oh my God, like Michael Keaton is scary in this. It's really crazy, but Beetlejuice.
So I like him in that one. It's a movie that, because it exists in this other little universe. That movie still holds up well today.
Oh, I totally think it does.
And it's just it's fun. It might be dark humor sometimes.
Oh, but it's all fun.
It's fun.
It's all fun.
Oh yeah,
Tim Burton again.
Yes.
Yeah, and Tim Burton did that Batman one. So, it's one of those.
Yeah.
I think before Tim Burton got his hands on Johnny Depp, it was Michael Keaton.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, it was difficult to narrow it down to those three, because he's wonderful.
I mean, he's been around forever.
Spotlight.
He's done tons of stuff. I mean, all of his really comedies, good. Some other earlier.
He's got a smaller role in Jackie Brown, which is great.
Yeah.
But that one, he has to play that one very straight. Everybody else, that's his thing. That's the way it's written. That's the way it's directed. But he's very good in that one. Loved it. Spotlight. He's great. There's just a lot of.
I believe he shows up in Much Ado About Nothing.
I was going to say
really
he's done Shakespeare.
Yeah.
And one of my favorites that didn't make it is an early Ron Howard one, Night Shift.
Yeah.
Henry
Winkler.
Henry Winkler he's the one who's the button down one, and Michael Keaton's the one that's like.
Yeah, we're
pretty much unsupervised because we work the night shift. Let's just have some fun. And Henry,
he was a big, like, I think in the 80s and early 90s, he was doing, like, especially in the 80s.
Johnny Dangerously was another one.
Yeah, Johnny Dangerously.
One. That was
Johnny Dangerously is actually one of my picks.
Very good.
It's a deep cut. And it's really, really, really funny. There's so much good stuff in that. I'm going to just
go ahead, because I'm
Johnny Dangerously is a really funny movie, and it was one of those really great, like, again, like the Mr. Moms and the Night Shift, and it was just a great comedy. It's pretty quotable. There's
it kind of spoofs a period. And
it definitely does that. It's very self-aware that it's and it's very silly. It has shades of that, like sort of an airplane movie kind of thing where it does stuff that's a little like a little cheeky, little sort of like hey, the camera. So I really dig Johnny Dangerously. So Birdman was another one of mine, as well as Batman. So I mean, like we really do.
Too.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if you.
Oh God, of course. I
wasn't sure if it was one of your top.
He's definitely that's definitely one of my favorite roles of his. I loved him in that. I was very leery about it, so being pleasantly surprised when it was great, and then it was great when he did the second one.
Yes.
Really, just fantastic. The second one I think is even better than the first. But
those first two are very good.
Yeah, Michael Keaton as Batman is great, and and it's a tough thing to play because you do have to play Batman and you have to be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, and you can't play them any similar at all.
I think that Christian Bale is a good Batman. I don't think he's a great Bruce Wayne. He's kind of a dick. Ben Affleck.
He plays the rich part
way over
differently,
And then Ben Affleck is an older Batman.
Yeah.
And an older Bruce Wayne. And I think he's also great. So I can't say that because I can't say that I like Keaton better than Affleck because they're different.
Yeah.
So I really like Affleck's Batman. I really like his Bruce Wayne. But for Michael Keaton roles, yeah, Batman, Bruce Wayne is definitely way up there. Birdman, I think, is great because it's one of those movies that you do spend a lot of time because it's all this guy's like he's on the verge of losing his mind if he hasn't already.
Exactly.
You know, and you're just like, how much
he even
of
talks
this is
about
happening?
once before trying to kill himself.
How much is happening? How much is
sure.
really happening? How much is what is he seeing? You know, what's real, what's not real, and the end of that movie, everybody's going to walk out of it with their own impressions.
Which is supposed to be.
So, but yeah, when I was thinking about Michael Keaton, I was thinking about those early comedies. Yeah, I really in my head, I'm just like, all right, there's Johnny Dangerously, there's Mr. Mom, there's Night Shift, and there's Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice probably would have been like a fourth for me.
Yeah,
Beetlejuice is fantastic.
It is,
and it borders on scary, but I think that. Like you said, like Robin Williams. I could picture Robin Williams. It would be far more whimsical.
Exactly. He and I think it's a credit to Michael Keaton that he makes it work.
Yeah. Also,
scarier. Keeps it that way too, not just like.
Yeah. And I don't know how well Robin Williams would have worked with a Tim Burton.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because Robin Williams, a lot of directors are very happy to say to Robin Williams, "Go." You're going to get 57 miles of film, and you're going to find a bunch of stuff that works. You know, how much of Aladdin was him just, riffing, and it's genius. I know you're not a fan, but he's a genius. So, and same thing. He was the same way in Good Morning Vietnam. Mm-hmm. They just let him go. But I don't think that Robin Williams would have worked in Beetlejuice with Tim Burton. So that's
I agree.
So, what's your favorite Batmobile?
Oh, Batmobile. Okay, I got to tell you, when I think of the Batmobile, my problem was it's not my problem. It's my age, I guess. I was the biggest Batman, the TV series fan. And I just loved everything about that series. Yeah. So when I think of the Batmobile, I've actually seen that Batmobile in person, like at a, you know what I mean? Those sort of things would make the thing. It's somewhere out in Nevada, out in the desert as you're approaching Vegas. It's out there somewhere now. And that's what I think of. I can't help it. Yeah, exactly.
All right, cool. Mine, I think, I might go with the Christian Bale Batmobile, the Michael Keaton Batmobile. It's always it's too long. I don't know how you drive that. It's like putting your chin on the edge of on the end of a dining room table.
Wait a minute,
you got all that car ahead of you.
I have to turn now, but it's physically impossible.
Yeah,
there's no way that physics will support me turning this and staying on the road.
I'm really curious to see more of the Batmobile from the Robert Pattinson movie that's coming out.
Yeah, I have no idea what that was.
It looks kind of like an early version. I've seen pictures of it. Yeah, but it looks more like a car turned into his bat. It doesn't, But the one from the Christian Bale movies, I like quite a bit.
Yeah,
that'd probably be my favorite. I mean, Affleck's Batmobile is pretty cool, but I got to go with the Bale. Tumbler.
Yeah, the Tumbler. Well, the concept of it too. When you think about is it 4-wheel drive? Is it all-wheel drive? No, it's everything.
Yeah,
drive.
It's
not even all-wheel.
Is it beat up a little bit? Fine, turn into a motorcycle.
Exactly. You'll just keep going.
Exactly.
Just keep
Cool. Who are we doing next? We have our 100th episode coming up, kids, and I keep mentioning this. So
who knew?
We have some really fun stuff that we're gonna do. If you have any ideas, we'd love to hear what you have to say about that. And after the 100th episode, but we'll call our season 2. We're gonna mix things up a little bit. So more on that later as it happens. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. There's a link at the end for merch. We haven't pushed the merch lately, so we got shirts and mugs and all that fun stuff. So so I hope everybody's having a fun holiday season and all that good stuff. So we'll see you later.
Take care.